Crafting Vicky here with you, and today we're making some cards, and we're making some postcards because I haven't made any in a while and I want to put some in my Etsy store, so that's why I'm doing this. I've already prepped some butterflies on some book page that I had watercolored, and then I stamped the Tim Holtz butterflies and embossed them. So I really love how those turned out. So those are going to be what I put on here. But before we do any of that, I just want to start by showing you guys all the beautiful cards that I received and that I didn't have last time around, so I couldn't share them with you guys. So this is a beautiful card from Ina, and I just love how pretty that is. And I know I'm late in showing them, but the reason for that is because I didn't really go out to the to my post office because of the fact that, you know, pandemic and everything. This one is from Doris. Isn't cute? I love the recycled images. Always a very pleasant thing for me to see that you guys are doing it. This is from Donna Fecto, and if I remember correctly, yeah, I'm so glad, because a lot of you guys have mentioned in your cards how I've inspired you and how throughout 2020 you had appreciated seeing those videos. So I really appreciate that. And this is from Kathy, and I would love to know if you did the background with the trees, because it almost looks like it's hand painted, but I'm not sure. I love the die cut sleigh and everything. It's just really stunning, really stunning card, and I love the believe. I need to use my dies more often, guys. Like, I really need to start doing that more often. I know I keep saying it, but yeah. However, this being said, at least I am using my stamps, which is something that I had not been using in a while. And so I figured for this we're just gonna do some kind of painty paper collage bits. I'm hoping it's not going to become a whole big disaster on my desk, but it might. I'm going to bring you back a bit, just because I've got a feeling that it's going to be a bit difficult to see otherwise. So I'm making the five of them. I was going to put some watercolors on it. I already gessoed the back of the postcard, and as you can see, there's some paint on it because it is mixed media. So whoever purchases these has to keep in mind that there is some paint on them on the back. But I think it's kind of fun because it makes it more real, because they are real cards that are being made, and totally, like, they're not recreation, they're actually little pieces of painted postcards. So it's kind of fun to have something that's handmade and not reproduced multiple times. I'm just gonna add a little bit more of the blue. I'm gonna try not to use this for my paint, just because I usually put a few. I was looking for bright colors, so I went with the blue, I went with the green, and some yellow. And actually I should put the yellow second. I'm not gonna clean my paintbrush right away. I'm just gonna try to see if I need more paint at a later time. And of course it's becoming messy, and which means that there will be more paint underneath, these little cards. You can see like right there that I've got paint on my desk. So, and that means that there's paint underneath, obviously, that's seeped through there. And now there's paint on my paintbrush. But you know what, there's something fun to be said about just being messy and just having fun and playing. And I think that's one of the things I was really missing in 2020. I didn't play enough with my stuff, and so I'm trying to play more this time around, and I'm sharing a lot more like behind the scenes with my Patreons, and yeah, just being a lot more there with my art and with everything. There's a big goober. I'm not sure that that's a real term, but that's what I'm going to call it. And some green. And I'm going to be going over some of this after with some inks and some papers, I think, and other things. I've got some tissue paper from Tim Holtz that I've started using. I finally did my last spread for my journal, and so now I'm going to be able to share it with you guys. And I used my tissue paper, and it was great fun. And it's so strange how I don't use my stuff enough. There's something else I wanted to use on these cards, and I totally forgot to pull it out. So I'm going to dry these a bit. I love how this looks like a hot mess right now, but as you add more layers, it just becomes something. I love that. So this is probably going to be a long video because of the fact that I'm making the background at the same time as I'm making the postcard. Don't hesitate to put me in speed up mode if you want. That's all good. You can decide to do what you want to do, or skip the video altogether, or just, you know, skip to the parts that interest you. Whatever. You've got many options. Okay, so here there's still some paint that's not dry. I think what I'm going to do is this. And whatever is not dry should transfer over. And the rest should dry faster. Okay, so there's that, and now I've got some papers that I was thinking of collaging on top. I've got that, but I also have this here, which is a tissue paper. And like I said, I do have, but I'm not sure. I think it's a bit too bright. Especially with the fact that I really want to use this tissue paper from Tim Holtz. And I think I'm probably going to put that as the next step. So I've got my decoupage medium. I'm going to put some here. I need another brush. Need another one of my cheap brush. So I don't want to use the expensive ones for this. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go with the big one. I wanted to go with the smaller one, but guess no choice. So I think I'm just gonna play and put this down somewhere, because then I want to have layers on top of that. I don't want it to kind of fade a bit to the background. And I love how easy it is to put this tissue paper. Oh my god. I don't understand why I wasn't using it. But this being said, I really have something about using the Tim Holtz stuff. I know it's stupid, but it's just so hard for me to go and use it. I don't know why. Because obviously, if you don't use your stuff, then you've got no reason to get some more. But I don't know. I know I'm not alone, so that's reassuring. And I hope that by seeing me use it, it encourages you to use yours. I think also when stuff is gifted to me, sometimes I tend to want to hoard it instead of just having fun and playing with it, because that's the whole point of having it, is to have fun and to play with whatever item. So just gonna put this down. Like I said, it's super easy to put down. That's a really fun part of this. Okay, so we got that down, and dry this off just quickly. And I have also this ledger paper from Leanne, which I've had in my stash for a little while, and I think I want to use some of it as well. So tear some of it and add it to the papers, to the little cards. The decoupage medium is basically the same type of thing as my Liquitex or as Mod Podge would be. just it's what I had in my close by. So that's what I'm using. It's a small bottle, so it's easier to keep in this area, which is very tiny compared to some of the other bigger bottles. I'm glad to know that you guys are staying safe. I love when you leave comments and I know what you're up to. I also am really excited because it did increase in the number of subscribers, so that's all very fun. So welcome everyone that's new. And if you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? So I think I might as well use the rest of the little scraps because I don't have that many. So let's just put those down. And I love ledger paper, but I have a lot of trouble using it because of the fact that I know it's unique, and I could scan it, but there's something about using the real vintage one that's just very satisfying and yummy, and just, yeah, just nice in general. Okay, so we've got some sort of a base, and now what I'm wondering is do I use my Stabilo pencils to add a little bit more of colors, and these I could put with activate with water. Let's just do one and see how that goes. And because the rest underneath is not water-based, it's not gonna reactivate. I like the touch of the orange. Okay, so I'm gonna go with and do that on the other ones as well, I think. Just a tad, and plus it goes with the rest of the some of the colors are not, like, there's still a lot of white showing, so it kind of covers some of that white, because I don't really want to have all that white, that much white, but I'm thinking I want to use inks maybe as well. So that might be something I do next. Like that. It's very bright and cheerful, and I think we need bright and cheerful right now. We need happy colors. I'm all into having more. I think there's way too much negativity, and I don't want that for my year 2021. I'm trying to stay focused on happy things, and watching happy crafting channels. Or I've been really into my fountain pens, so that's a fun thing that I had not done in a while, and I will be sharing some videos on that soon. I have prepared content, it's just that I haven't been editing it, and honestly, starting back to work, it's pretty exhausting. Oh man, when the day is finished, I'm really looking forward to doing pretty much nothing. Okay, so I don't know what else I want to do. I'm thinking maybe I had a lot of fun adding this, so I go with a blue. A little bit more blue. How will that look? Not convinced. Unless I go with a really dark blue, but I don't want it to be too much like this one, which it seems to be. Let's see. And that's gonna end up being brown. Could try with a bit of silver. I think at this stage I probably want to put stamping and stenciling and then take it from there. Okay, so I'm gonna be stamping a bit, I think. And then I also have this paper. I don't want to put this paper on top right away because of the fact that once I've done that, this is kind of harder to, like, stuff won't stick to it depending on what type of stuff I use. So I think it's better if I wait for that one. Okay, so I was thinking, I've got this Harlequin stamp here, which could be fun. That everywhere. And I also have an old text stamp. So this is creating a real mixed media type of background. This could obviously be done as well on cards. I'm doing it on a postcard, but it could be done on a regular type of card as well. Okay. And I want to put a bit of white. I think I want to add some white. And do I have little sponges? It's not working too good. I think it's because my sponge is not straight. Let's take a new one. Sometimes when you try to reuse the stuff too much, it doesn't work after a while. And I have plenty of the little sponges, so no reasons to not use a new one. That's better. Yep. Some of the white is still showing in some of them, but I kind of like that effect. This one. Okay, so that's fun. And now just remove a bit of the paint and whatever before I make a mess, even more of a mess. Obviously I've got paint all over me. Part of the fun. Okay, so I think the last thing I want to do is add a bit of this paper on top. And then I'll put my image, my sentiment, edge the card, and see if there's something else that I would like to add more to them. But I'm not sure that I will. Once all of that is done, got a feeling that it might be all good. I like the fact that you can still see through it. Like it's not fully opaque. Don't want to put it over the flower. And yes, some of the layers get hidden a little bit more, but that's part of the fun of this. But some you still see through. So it just gives an added little texture element. Got one last one that doesn't have anything on it. Make sure it's really glued down properly. Okay, so we've got all of these glued. So I will be putting the butterflies, and I'm going to try to cut them out by tearing the paper around them. I might have to put a little bit of a book page or something behind, because I've got a feeling that they're not going to pop otherwise, because the colors are too similar to the rest of the background. So I think I will have to do something about that. Yeah, there's too much color, so we'll be putting down just behind them. A little bit of something else like this. I don't want it too big. I don't want it big enough so that my little butterfly will pop more. I think that will make it pop more. And then got the little sentiment, believe in yourself, which would be perfect. I'll try to glue it in a place where the dark black is going to pop more than if I glue it over here. And do that. Glue this little guy down. So obviously, because I did the butterflies and stuff out of camera, that also takes time. So, you know, if you want to do this project, you also have to take that into account. And etch this little card in black, because I just think it finishes it off better. I don't want to use my new Sharpie pen because doesn't have the groove yet in it. I'm trying to avoid having this big V in my new one, but not sure that this will be possible to avoid for a very long time. So there's that, and I'm thinking I've been having a lot of fun doing a bit of mark making, and I think I want to do some here too. And the black paint pen, Polska paint pen, allows you to do that. So make sure that it's glued down properly. So that's the first one. Believe in yourself. I think this one is going to go there. Give it some time to glue down. I like this one. Own your story. These would, I've said it many times, but these would make great journaling. And a journal could be used as a flap, and then you can just do put the story behind it, but it's kind of the hidden spot. And you can decide to do as much as you want or as little as you want of the added elements. Up to you. So this is that one, Own Your Story. And then the next one. Trying to figure out which butterfly is better on which paper. And I think I'm going to put this one on that. I don't want to totally hide the ledger paper, so I'm going to put it over here. I'm trying to see some of the elements that I've put down. And you still see some of the text from the cardboard, the cereal box, which is kind of fun. I think I'm going to put Make It Count on this one. And here we go. So lots of colors, happy cards, and quite pleased with them. And fun process. I'm always having fun when I make a mess. And I put paint all over, and it's just, yeah, it's just fun. Fun stuff. Yeah, I love edging everything. Something very satisfying in doing that. And I saw something limited edition. I think is fitting for this. And here we go. And we've got one last one to go. I'm really happy with the added textbook element. I think it really makes the difference with this working out. Once I'm finished, I'll write on the back that I made them. And then I'm gonna have to go and take a picture and do the listing for them. And they will be in my Etsy store. The link will be down in the description box below for you. I think this one is just sticking itself up because it wants to be used. So it's live this life. And I think that's a good thing to remember, is to just live your life and enjoy it. So that's the last one of my little cards. I hope you've enjoyed this very long session, and I'm looking forward to reading your comments on it. Hope that you crafted alongside. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe. I love seeing you guys and seeing the number of the community grow. And that's it for now. Bye.